This is Lama Tantrapa. Welcome to the webinar dedicated to Qigong stances. Today we are going to explore the principles that are underlying the Qigong stances and also the Tai Chi stances. Some refer to it as Wuji stance, so we can look at the distinction between different stances and also test and measure and assess the functionality of particular elements of the stance. Many Tai Chi and Qigong practitioners are familiar with Wuji stance. I would say the number one distinction between a usual or habitual stance that you may be taking on a daily basis when you're just standing without thinking about it, and the Wuji stance or classical Tai Chi stance is a position of the feet. This is just one of many elements. What other elements are there? For example, the knees. Often teachers of Tai Chi and related disciplines tell the students not to bend the knees any further than above the toes. If you bend any further, then all kinds of terrible things are going to happen. And then, of course, there is a question about the hips and pelvis. What do majority, maybe 99% of teachers in our field suggest to the students? Tuck the tailbone. And one of the key principles that a lot of Tai Chi and Qigong teachers, especially Tai Chi teachers, use in the teaching methods is to tell the students not to be double weighted. It means basically keeping 50% of weight on one foot, 50% of weight on the other foot. Okay, we will look into that as well. Now, what else is happening throughout the torso? Well, we know that there is an armpit question. The eggs under the armpits, the infamous eggs that you're supposed to visualize stuck under the arms, and you don't want to squish them, you don't want to break the eggs, so that you do whatever it takes to create a hollow in the armpit. Well, we can look into that also, and you see that it also flares out your elbows, and it rotates the hands inward, so it kind of creates a pronation of sorts. We'll look into that too. Now, what happens to the shoulders? What are the shoulders supposed to do? This? Supposed to sink. Sink, yes, so they go down. How do you accomplish that? Well, there is a certain technique that is used for pushing the shoulders down, or basically creating sloped shoulders like this, instead of shoulders sticking up. And the neck, well, ideally, you consider it important to keep the head on top of the neck. And what do you do with the chin? Slightly tuck. Slightly tuck. Yes, slightly tuck the chin. All of these principles are subject to testing.